Alrighty, so this is box 1 of my 6. Right, so there's a case. By now, everybody should know how this thing goes, right? We got set boosters.
Because draft boosters don't exist
Right.
for this set.
And
they were the early promotion, buy a box, whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
So, bought them Friday, but actually opening them today, which is Monday. Right? It's Monday, right? I think it's Monday.
And that's just basically because
neither
one of us had time.
Yeah.
So we'll get right into it and just figure this thing out.
Yeah, how many non-standard cards we get? Yeah. Because Historic's the real format. JK, Historic's not a real format.
It is. It's a real format on Arena.
What's in Historic, Garrison?
Yes. I don't friggin' know.
Whatever they feel like. Does it need Thoughtseize? Does it need Brainstorm? I don't know. We'll just put them all in there.
And like there's an interesting thing. So there's like archive cards that you can't get on Arena until you get 4 of everything. Which is weird. Alright, so we got Silver Quill Silencer, a Dark Ritual.
That's 1. That's not standard legal.
Yeah.
Or is it? I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
It's limited legal.
There's banned cards in Historic on there that you can't collect until you collect everything else. They banned cards in these.
Nice.
So they made archive cards and pre-banned them in every format on there.
Makes sense.
Doesn't this seem good?
Just WotC things. I want to start the hashtag. Hashtag just WotC things.
And then
just drop a little hot take.
A Dragon's Approach. Oh, is this the one? These are the ones with... Yeah, they are.
Is that the one? I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one? Oh,
that's probably an expensive foil.
Nice. So we're just having this discussion that you can, like, have any number of those or something?
Yeah, so it's like 3 mana, deals 3 damage to each opponent. I'll read it. Hold on.
That's just better.
You may exile this and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard when it resolves. And if you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it on the battlefield.
That seems pretty good. And it's
are there any good dragons in Strixhaven?
I think it might be 1 or 2. So we got a Strict Protector. We got an Opt.
Player base of over 10 people.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's tokens.
Why they make this all so complicated is why I've been playing Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the funny part. This is like,
that's why I don't go on Arena.
There's totally a lot of people that are like, yo, what does Hearthstone look like right now?
Yeah. But it's totally understandable. Like, you can't just go on and like look at what's in Historic.
Manifestation Sage.
By set.
We're gonna claim the Firstborn. Tend to the Pests. There's a Fractal.
You playing the Fractal lesson card?
I don't know which ones are and aren't lessons.
It's like Simic X, make an XX Fractal.
Yes. I will be playing Fractals at some point. I've been enjoying. Okay, so there's a rare on top.
Yeah.
So Illuminate History. I will be playing Fractals at some point, probably sooner rather than later. All right. Necroblossom Snarl. It's the land. We got a Village Rites. Brackish Trudge. Oh, God, there's so many different cards.
So many piles.
We got a Muscle Sliver.
I'm sorry that you didn't get a good list card.
I mean, it's alright. It's whatever. That goes there because it's foil. Yeah, it's very bookworm. I have 1 uncommon. It's very interesting trying to go through these. So we
It's difficult.
Plarg, a Blot Out the Sky, Venturous Impulse, foil something or other. Yeah, trying to pay attention to what's what and what pile to put it in. Uncommon on top. And then we go to the commons. I think you had a couple packs that were like that.
A lot, yeah. You have to be on your toes.
2 Golgari uncommons, alright. We got a God's Willing. And a Foil Negate.
Ooh.
Which actually doesn't look very bad.
Yeah, that's a cool card.
And then Shivan Meteor. Shivan Meteor deals 13 damage to target creature.
Oh. Okay.
For 5 mana.
Has Suspend.
2. Yeah. Interesting. Why is that not played in any other format?
Well, it's a sorcery.
This one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a lesson. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, so you fetch it with your ramp spell that fetches land.
Yep. So devastating mastery, a natural order, ooh, piece of candy, that, scroll,
whatever that is,
a scroll rack.
Oh, scroll rack. That's a decent one.
I mean, I'd call it a piece of candy, but that's just because like it's one of those cards, you know, from
I wouldn't try to eat that.
back in the day. No, not. It's like the candy that you put out at Christmas time every year.
Oh, so it's like
It's old and bitter, and nobody wants to touch it.
so Werther's minus the
Hey.
bitter part. Garrison likes Werther's because he's old.
Hey, I may or may not have a bag of those in my desk drawer. So Killian, that wandering archaic anniversary birth tendrils. That's cool art. So this is the card that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Field trip. Use that, then go find that.
Yep.
Yeah,
What
see,
a combo.
But I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's not as... I mean, I guess it ramps as much as Cultivate, but you fetch an extra land in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to make sure that you have
Yeah.
land next turn. Is that? I guess that's why I like Cultivate.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a conspiracy theorist, a D-Spark, this thing. I don't even know what that is.
Inkling. It's a game on the
No, I
Nintendo
meant
Switch.
that.
Oh.
No, it's a character in a game.
You got me there.
That I thought Matt actually had and played. He's like, no, I just like.
I always pick
Smash.
Inkling when we're playing Smash Brothers or Mario Kart. So he's like, oh, Splatoon 2 is on sale. Or I got a free code for it or something.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. He's like, you play that, right? I'm like, I've
Nope.
never played that game. He's like, why do you always pick the character? I'm like, I like being a squid.
I was like, all right, you got me.
Every time you boost, you turn into a squid.
Damogoth Titan. Yeah, sure. Whirlwind Denial. Foil Reject. And Simian Spirit Guide.
Mana 8.
I might actually have a playset of the list Simian Spirit Guide now.
I'm always called old because my top 3 candies are black licorice, butterscotch, and dinner mints. Those are the 3 worst candies you can possibly get.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Name something worse.
Cinnamon anything.
I guess I can't argue that. Name another one.
That's literally like 20 of them right there. I don't have to do another one. It's semester's end anyway.
Oh, class is over. School's over.
Class is over.
School's out for summer. Shut up, Squid Man.
I mean, I'm not a fan of black licorice.
Me either. Dinner mints are just like...
Oh, I love dinner mints.
It's like eating dried toothpaste.
Yeah, it's fine, whatever. I love dinner mints. Elemental Expressionist. Ooh.
Candy
I might
corn.
actually
Candy
use
corn
this.
might be the number 5. Garrison likes candy corn
Seriously?
too. Wow.
I might actually use that one. Crossing Grip.
Yeah.
And that's pretty sweet.
Unless you get a foil.
Foil Fracture. I like that card.
I also like that card.
Oh, this is
I
a...
like candy corn too. Man, what is wrong?
Ooh.
That's okay. Because did you get the foil etched demonic tutor?
No!
Oh.
But I got the full art... I don't know, borderless whatever...
Oh,
Luca.
Oh.
Luca's the backside, the Planeswalker.
Ah, cool.
Sorry. And I got to Cultivate in the same pack.
What more could you ask for?
A loyal unicorn for my wife. No, I mean the edged demonic
in
tutor.
high school and he's bullying our weird tastes.
I mean, he didn't grow out of that phase.
It's true. Hey, you know what? I am a troll because I live in the lower peninsula of Michigan.
This is true. somebody was like, no, we're like, we don't classify as trolls. We classify as flat-footers. Anything south of like Elma classifies as flat-footers or something stupid.
Yeah, okay.
Swords. And a Desolation Angel.
Neat.
I mean, I liked Desolation Angel back in the day.
Never played it. I didn't play in that era.
Gotcha. I feel like I'm not getting very many like actual rares and shit like I normally would be. Hall of Oracles. So we got
You're like halfway through the box.
It seems like I'm farther. A Chaos Warp and a Foil Village Rites.
Okay.
It's too bad I don't play Village Rites. Basic Conjuration.
What are you going to do with all the non-standard cards that suck in other formats?
Keep them. Because they might actually turn into something later.
I buy listed all of my list cards from the last set.
That doesn't count. He buy listed them to the shop here. Like... And I was like, hey, if I bring these in, he's like, yeah, figure out what they're worth first.
I was like, add them to the TCG Player app, set it to low, and you got yourself a deal. He was like, there's no TCG Player app on iPhone.
Well, no, not the TCG Player.
Or it's the Familiar app.
The MTG Familiar app. Yeah. Ooh, Shadrick's Silverquill. All right. And that's shock number 3 that I have. Not out of here. Cause...
Got 2 in pre-release kits.
Yeah, 2 pre-release kits. Got 2 lightning bolts, 2 shocks. WTF. Didn't play red.
I think the archive cards are worth holding on to for now.
Yeah.
They'll probably stay cheap while they're in print, and then they'll probably go up.
Fervent Mastery. I like this. Eliminate.
Yep.
I can only imagine how much that in foil is going to be.
Imagine having an iPhone. What are you, financially stable?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No, definitely not. As we open a case of Strixhaven
each. This is not a case between us. It is each.
Yeah, I don't want to split a case with anyone because then they'll get the better half.
Right. It's Paulo Dorito.
Wow. Don't even know his full name.
Paulo Vitor Damo de Rosa.
There you go.
It is an absolute mouthful to say. I usually just go, it's PVDDR.
Yeah. It's Paulo Vitor Dance Revolution. He's going to watch this video and be like, I don't like these guys.
Yeah. So I got 4 foil Snakeskin Veil when the last set came out.
Mm-hmm.
And now I want 4 foil of those, yeah. No, I have to say, I was super happy when he won. I was rooting. It's probably like my current favorite pro.
I think Reed Duke's my favorite pro.
He's definitely up there.
What's up, Crazy Visions? We're
Matt
good.
was a little camera shy to go ask Reed to.
It's true. I was like, I wanted him to sign a playset of Vivian Reeds, and he was at Magic Fest Detroit one year.
Yeah.
And Garrison basically pushed me over the cliff.
I didn't basically, like, I literally pushed
he
you.
Physically assaulted me.
Yes. No.
Yes, he physically pushed me to go get in line to get his autograph. So, of course, then there's me, ultimate shit poster. I'm like, can you sign these 4 Vivian Reeds? And he's like, sure.
Yo.
What's going on, Vader?
So we got a foil Rushed Rebirth. That was my foil. That was good times.
That was a fun weekend going to the Magic Fest.
Velomachus.
I didn't play. It was a team event.
Yeah, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
Vanishing Verse.
It was you and
Revitalize.
Tim
and Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah.
And Jeremy, we played. It was modern team.
Which is why I didn't want to play.
Unified modern, which means that you can have 4 copies of any card, but they can't overlap in decks.
Yeah.
So
like, if I'm playing 4 Polluted Deltas, no one else on the team can.
And if you're playing 2 Polluted Deltas, nobody else can play Polluted Deltas, so they can't have an overlapping card.
Yep.
So
what were the 3 decks? It was, you were playing...
I played Infect.
Yep, Simic Infect, right?
Yep. I played Simic Infect.
Tim played Mono Green Tron.
But he needed cards because there was cards in the other list that we were playing that he couldn't have, so we actually splashed without any white.
That's right.
We splashed Leyline of Sanctity, and he won game 1. Excuse me, he won game 1, round 1.
Yeah, game 1, round 1, main deck, Leyline of Sanctity in Mono Green Tron, and his opponent was playing Burn, and he was just like, really?
His opponent starts laughing. Like, the game's not even started yet, and just started cracking up. Ooh, there's a Doomblade. And
I have pregame effects. I'd like to put a Leyline of Sanctity.
And it wasn't even
turn 1 forced.
It wasn't Tim laughing. It was his opponent that was just laughing. He's like, dude, you guys got to see this. You won't believe this shit. And then look over, and they're like, did you go to game 2? He's like, no, I want to see how this plays out. He's like, you can't do anything.
You literally can't burn their face, which is what your deck does.
His opponents, or his partners are just telling him, like, just go to game 2. He's like, I don't know.
Don't give him any information.
He's like, I don't know what he's playing yet.
It's true. Well, the deck plays main deck Leyline.
Right. So
and then Jeremy was playing, like, Dredgevine, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Jund Dredgevine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had to find colors that didn't overlap too much.
And stuff. Yep. Yeah.
Duress. And that was actually supposed to be your deck because he was going to play, and then
I was never going to play.
He said he was going to play. Let me rephrase that. And then decided not to, so we had to struggle to find somebody.
I was never going to play.
So Matt let Jeremy play his deck.
Yep. And then I just walked around hustling cards all day.
He did. Yep. Ecological Appreciation.
There's one table that was...
Grip Shot.
Was it that event, or was it the next year we went to Detroit? One of the events, there was a booth that was buying Nicol Bolas the Ravager at $22, and there was another table that had a stack of them at 20.
Yep.
Or 21. And I walked over and I was like, I'll give you $20 for all of those. However many you have, $20 a pop. And they're like, sure. I walked over across the aisle to the next table. I was like, yo, you're buying Nicol Bolas at 22? They're like, yeah. I'm like, I got like 30 of them.
I mean, and they could see each other too. Is the worst part. So this, we got a Kian, Radiant Scorer, Gift. I don't even know what this is. Gift of Estates.
Last time you got to play KCI, was that at Detroit in 20?
Foil Putrefy.
Was it 2018? 2017? Stonks. That's right. Stonks only go up.
I don't know.
Well, it wasn't 2020.
Correct.
I guess it could have been 2019, but it doesn't feel like it was that recent.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, what year was Eldrazi winter? And everybody wants to argue this for me. They're like, no, it's Eldrazi summer. No, the GP in Michigan.
It's always winter.
Was in January. And I had an argument with somebody about this. I'm like, dude, I went to it. Like,
Trust me, it was winter.
Yes.
It took me 3 hours to drive to Detroit.
Yes.
Which is a 90-minute drive.
Correct. In my little car.
Garrison said Simic, in fact. Like, Simic, in fact.
Yes.
Surprise. It was a Simic deck.
Yep.
Sanctity, the best tech card in any color.
Yeah. Well, we can...
Never done a team event. Are they fun?
It was okay. The problem is that you have to. So I was the middle seat because I had the most knowledge of the format. So
you're allowed to look at each other's hands and consult with each other.
You just can't touch each other's hands.
You just can't touch anyone else's cards.
Ooh, okay.
But
foil.
What is it?
Doomblade.
Is it the player on the right? So you've got left, middle, and right player. I think the player on the right is technically the head of the team, right?
No, center player.
Center players?
Center
Okay.
player. Center player makes a decision if there needs to come to something.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it. So as long as
So it's
you
two-headed
are-
giant. The right-hand player is the big head.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a fun event, regardless of what happens. Just because you're thinking about things, like you're thinking about a lot more than just yourself.
Yeah.
But it can be very. Augmented pugilist, multiple choice. There's a time warp. That's worth some money. I don't remember how much, but it was worth something.
It also depends on, like, this was Team Unified, so there was a lot more deck construction.
Yeah, so there's definitely
Like
a lot of
restrictions, if
Yep.
you will. And a lot of other team events are like, and this was all modern Team Unified, so a lot of team
Correct.
events are like standard modern legacy.
That's what
or
they used
Pioneer
to be. Yeah.
modern or whatever.
Yeah, they got rid of Legacy for Pioneer, but that's
Yeah.
what they used to be.
So it was a little different. And I've never actually played at a Comp
The
REL
real-
tournament. I've only ever hosted them.
And we talked about that too, because that was going to be like 2020 going down was like trying to talk you into playing.
Oh no, I was gonna take.
I know, that's what I said. Like trying to
Oh,
talk
that's
you
your whole
into
box.
playing.
We're done with that box. I
Uh,
wasn't even paying attention because I have no attention span.
This is true. I'm also broke, so I can't pay attention. It's funny.
Wow,
It's a joke.
that was a horrible joke.
I know. Sorry.
Because no one's gonna believe you if you say you're broke.
Sorry. So it's 5 mythics, 1 foil rare.
Imagine playing an event where you have open hands and everyone has fun consulting each other, and then you enter with mono red burn.
Yeah.
I need consultation. I'm playing burn.
36.
36 and 6?
Yes.
So that sounds like 49, right?
yeah. That's what we concluded from all this, right?
Yeah.
But like, I did end up with. We didn't check to see how many mythics you ended up with out of this.
No, I didn't.
To see where it all
See, and
came
the
from.
idea with registering like a simple deck, like I don't want to say burn is simple because I know there's a lot of intricacies that you can do, but a quick deck, if you will, is that then there's time for that person to kind of consult the other games if they need to.
Yeah. So traditionally,
36 plus 6 equals 49. Confirmed. Thanks for checking our math there.
Traditionally, there's you generally have an aggro deck. You have an aggro deck, a mid-range deck, and a control deck,
Yep.
or it's like 2 aggro decks and a control deck, but that control deck's going to be a hard control deck, and you try to get it so that it's
The
like
aggro decks win while this guy stalls, and the first two to
Correct.
win.
yeah. So then you know if it's 1-1, they like the control deck actually knows how they need to play the game. There's a lot of other things that go into it.
Want to become famous? Oh yeah, I do.
So there's 3 mythics and then 2 foil rares. I had a foil Doomblade and a foil Putrefy.
Oh cool.
But
Putrefy the uncommon, huh?
no, it's rare. See, the Doomblade.
Yeah.
That's a rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a common.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So it's pretty good. Like not horrible. And this cool little Luca.
Yeah, I do like that.
So we'll clean this up and be back for box 2.